Cancer munition bombing training. You start over the Black Sea, 15 nautical miles west of Kovalevy Air Base at 12,000 feet. Pause. Set the master mode to air to ground. Select CBU 99 by pressing push button 6, RET. A big difference in setting up a canister munition profile is the fuse setting. Rather than an impact fuse, we'll need to initiate the fuse when the munition is over the target area so the bomblets can disperse over the desired weapon effect area. We'll do this with the mechanical fuse or infuse. Press push button 4 to select infuse. From the infuse selections, select VT1. When we selected VT1 as the fuse type, we now have an HT, height, option on push button 1. This will set the aircraft's weapons computer to provide weapon release cues based on the height which the physical fuse is set to open the canister. The physical fuse and the HT setting must match. In this mission, the physical fuse was set to 2200 before takeoff. Now you must set the HT value to 2200. Press push button 1 and see that 2200 is displayed in the HT field for program in the data block. Once that is done, set your HUD to show radar altitude. While canister munitions can be delivered in auto mode, CCIP is recommended for better accuracy when attacking potentially mobile targets. As reviewed in the CCIP bombing lesson, we have a DIL, a pull-up cue, and reflected cue on the HUD. As with CCIP general purpose bombs, we will fly to place the CCIP bombing cross over the target, then hold down the weapon release button. Before we try this, set your radar altimeter warning bug to 2200 to alert us if we are below the fuse height. In addition to the radar altitude warning, you will also see a DUD cue on the HUD. Once you have set the radar altimeter warning bug, press the spacebar to continue. Finally, we will configure the weapon system to drop 2 CBU-99s as a pair for this target. On the left MBI, press UFC. Then press UFC option quantity. On the number pad, press 2 and enter. We will drop the CBUs as a pair. On the UFC, press Alt. And then on the number pad, press 2 and enter. For best accuracy, a specific attack profile is recommended. Perform a diving attack on the target with the velocity vector between -25 and -30 degrees on the HUD pitch level. Maintain an airspeed of 500 knots and release the weapon above 2,500 feet radar altitude. Give it a try against the target group at waypoint 1. It's marked by red smoke. To begin flying, press the spacebar. your velocity vector over the target. Above 2,500 feet and the CCIP crosses over the target, press and hold the weapon release button.
Altitude. Altitude.
Good hits on the vehicles. Target 2 is a SAM site. For this target, you will use auto-bombing with waypoint 2 designated as the target location. On the center MDI HSD display, step to waypoint 2, then press waypoint designate, not highlight. When ready to continue flying, press the spacebar to continue. Turn towards the target, center the azimuth steering line, and climb to 5,000 to 7,000 feet AGL. When within 5 seconds, time to go, press and hold the weapons release button.
Altitude. Altitude. Roll left. Roll left.
Good hit on the SAM site. You may end your training here by pressing escape, or go on to more advanced CPU training by pressing spacebar. Your targets are 2 missile control boats, PTGs. We will employ 2 Mark 20 rockeyes and older, less advanced CBU. Select the Mark 20s by pressing left MDI, push button 7, RE, rockeye. The Mark 20 employs a less capable infuse. There are 2 settings, primary and optional. Both are set on the ground. For this mission, the Pri setting is a 1.2 second delay, and the OPT setting is a 6-second delay. For this attack, you will use the optional setting. First, press push button 4 to select infuse, then press push button 3 to select optional. This attack will be made at approximately 1,500 to 2,500 feet AGL. Set the radar altimeter to 1,000 feet. When this is set, press the spacebar. Next, set the release parameters to use 2 Mark 20s. On the left MDI, press push button 14, UFC. On the upfront controls, press quantity, then 2, enter. When you have completed this step, press the spacebar to continue. For this run, we will select a separation interval of 300 feet in order to get a longer coverage area. On the UFC options, press INT, interval, followed by number pad 300, and enter. With this set, press the spacebar to continue. target the PTGs, set your radar to C surveillance by pressing right MDI, push button 5 until you see C-SEA, 2 left clicks. Then assign the TTC to the right MDI by pressing HOTAS, sensor control switch right. Then press the spacebar to continue. When you continue flying, you will turn towards waypoint 3, descend, and establish an airspeed between 400 and 450 knots, leveling off at 2,500 feet. Set up for a normal auto delivery at 2,500 feet, 400 to 450 knots. Target hit. You have scored a mission kill. The PTG weapons are out of action. This completes the training.